Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I am bringing you the last episode of the Belle Collective Season 5, Episode 10, The State of Reunion Part 2. Kind of happy this is over, okay? I'm just saying, okay? Anyway, if you are new here, welcome. Let me give some claps. Let me give you some claps. Welcome. um, we serve up funny reviews on your reality shows, TV shows, movies, whatever you want me to review. Yeah. So, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome back. Your dreams, would you tick it out? Welcome back. All right now. All right. So, give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and we will begin. Alrighty. All right. So the episode begins where um I was about to call her Big Shirley. Letitia and Antoinette are arguing about I don't even know what they're arguing about. But Letitia said, "You're not practicing." And so Antoinette said, "Yes, I sold my business for a profit." Yeah, she said she sold her business for a profit. Okay. And she said, "I lose money when I come and when I'm on Belle Collective because, I have to push my clients to a certain time of the week, and then I have to tape." And then she said, and I'm not seeing any growth on anybody else's business. All right. She said, "I'm not seeing any growth on anybody's businesses." So, and I said, "Well, not necessarily, because Marie, she just opened another practice or whatever. So her business is growing. Tambra never really had no businesses to grow. And now we know Letitia ain't girl. Okay, we already know that. We don't even know. We still don't know what the enterprise is. Okay. Um, and Latrice's businesses are growing. So and that's her friend. So I don't even know why she said that. And I don't know what Coochie stuff is either. And Aikisha's businesses are growing. So I don't know where she got that from. But anyway, then Carlos asked, was she open for dating or whatever? And she said, "Yeah, I'm open for I'm taking an application for hoes and haters." Okay. That's stupid. But okay. All right then. So the men come on stage. Okay. So the men were all dressed nice, JJ had on some little purple suit. Um, my my crush, Big Willie. Yeah, he was tight to death. He was tight to death, and Glen actually looks good and looks good too. Now Cliff, on the other hand, I think he just put on anything that he had in his closet, and he just came to the set. I mean, that suit, it was all bunched up. It wasn't tailored or nothing. It was not cute at all. Okay, anyway. But Cliff will be Cliff. But JJ will be JJ. He turned around with them little thinning cornrows, and he bejeweled his head, talking about they not like us. And what does that mean? Does that mean Cliff and Glenn are not like you and Willie? Or What that mean? What that mean? Inquiring minds want to know. What that mean? Anyway, so and Sophia in the back talk about, yeah, baby. Whatever. So uh so Carlos asked Willie about, what happened during that altercation. And he said, well, I thought we were good back when we were in New Orleans. Willie said that. I thought we were good back in New Orleans. And so then Letitia always commenting from the back, talking about, yeah, I was saying the same thing about Aikisha. I thought we were good. Aikisha didn't even say nothing to you. Why you acting? Oh my God. Big Shirley. Ooh, she get on my nerves. Okay. I was okay with her before, but I'm done with her. She get on my nerve. So then, but Cliff gonna say, well, what made Glen mad? Why he talking for Glen? First and foremost. But what made Glen mad is saying when you told him to suck his bells, he said he a street guy. I ain't, I can take a joke. And Willie was like, I wasn't joking. Yeah, I wasn't joking. And Glen was like, yeah, I can read body language. I'm from a whole different part of life. And then I think he was trying to say something else, but he just got a little tongue tied because I was just like, what part of life are you from? Okay. But I think he was trying to say he was from the streets and all that other stuff, because that's what he keeps saying, that he from the streets. But you from the streets of Jackson. Willie's from the street of the Bronx. So what? So what? So what? It makes no difference. So Cliff said, I could take a joke. Anyway, yeah, but he said, yeah, I wasn't, I'm on a different part of life. Okay, so then Willie was like, well, who stood up first? And Letitia in the back talking about, you did, Willie. No. Come here, girl. Your husband's friend, Cliff, stood up first. Then Willie. Then Glen. Okay? Now, your husband stood up last. But Cliff stood up first. Okay? Big back. Okay? Okay. So, Carlos asked Cliff, why doesn't he like Willie? But we really don't care, Carlos. We really don't care why Cliff don't like Willie. Who cares? He probably intimidated by him. just like Glen. Well, I mean, what the problem is? Anyway. Cliff said, he take little jabs at me during the season and stuff, and then once it come back on him, he can't take it. And Willie was like, what I don't like about you, Cliff, is that, first of all, I can't understand you because you mumble. And he was like, so you don't like me because I mumble? He was like, no. He said, then when you drink, you get incoherent and you embarrass your wife. So why he bring Latrice in it? He was like, yeah, that's my wife. Cliff was like, that's my wife. I'm the man and she the woman. And so Willie was like, yeah, but it's the 1940s. This 1940s. He says, women can vote. Yeah, but she can vote. But, I'm the man and she the woman. And so Willie was like, be a better man. And Latrice was back there just looking, confused like she always do, little tink. But Latrice know because when they were in New Orleans, yeah, when Cliff got drunk, she was just like, yeah, sit your weak ass down. I remember that. I remember that. She called you a weak ass, so But anyway, Willie said be a better man. Because, Cliff said he the man, but Willie said be the better man. Carlos asked JJ, and JJ was like, basically Cliff played too much. He said, calling him a bitch and calling him a Belle and all that other stuff. He was like, it's so much he can take, and then he gonna blow up. And that's the truth, because Willie don't start the mess. Willie finishes the mess. That's the thing. Willie don't start the mess. Cliff and Glen been taking shots at him, all season. Talking about they don't like him and he think they better than them and all that other stuff. So he been taking shots at them for Cliff been taking shots at Willie for the whole season. But Willie, has been a perfect gentleman, to say, listen, we just gonna Jones a little bit, and we just gonna leave it at that. But then, at the end, the Jones, especially when somebody says something about his wife.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Yeah. Gloves come off when you talking about somebody's wife. Okay? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. So Willie was like, I don't understand where the problem is with me and Glen. He was like, me and Glen had heart-to-heart conversations. And so Letitia in the back talking about, they ain't had no heart-to-hearts. They don't even talk on the phone, and he don't even have their number. We don't ever have. They ain't even here.
Shut up, bitch.
Because when they pan back to the stage, your husband did say that him and Willie had heart-to-hearts. So if you don't know what's going on with your husband, ma'am. You don't know what's going on with your husband, okay? You don't even know if he got other kids that he need to take paternity tests for, ma'am. You don't know what's going on with your husband. He clearly said that they have had heart-to-hearts. I don't know where you was at. But he clearly said that they have heart-to-hearts. So you need to check your man. Okay? Ugh. Ooh, she get on my nerve. Ooh. So anyway. But Glen said, Glen said, I never had a problem with you, Willie, until you said get on your nuts. He said, I'm from another place. And so Willie said, I live in Jackson too. What are you talking about? Because he didn't grow up in Jackson. So what? He grew up in the Bronx. Y'all still live in the same neighborhood or whatever. What you talking about? Y'all probably both brought up Poe. So what you talking about? Oh, Carlos taking up for Glen, talking about, well, he didn't like that statement. And then Willie was like, well, what should I have not liked? Carlos, tell him, what should he not like? Maybe people talking about his wife?
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Maybe he should have not liked that. Okay. What should he have not liked? Calling Cliff calling him a Belle? Okay. and that he didn't like him, and that he the big fish in the little pond or whatever. What? Please tell him, Carlos. Tell him what he should have not liked, huh? I'm with Willie. I'm with Willie. I stand 10 toes down for Willie on this. Okay, and some other things too, but that's just fantasy. Anyway, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, so I was just like, yeah, him talking about his wife, but Carlos said, well, that's not, well, it wasn't that deep. So can you and uh you and Glenn, be in the words of JJ wife, can y'all be Gucci? And Cliff, Cliff over there. Now you understand that part. He said, uh, she's Sophia now. She ain't even Gucci. Whatever. They left the show anyway. So Carlos bring out this Coochie in the can. Willie, they asked Willie, has he ever used it? He said, hell no. Cliff asked JJ, have he ever used it? And he said, no, but I thought it'd be a good gift. He said, do you need one? And Latrice said, no, he got plenty Coochie over here. And then Carlos said, take this back to my dressing room because I've never experienced, Coochie. So we going to experience the Coochie in the can. Stupid. They spent more time on that than they spent on the brawl which Glenn and Cliff started. They spent more time on this Coochie in the can. Anyway, JJ and his girls are trying to establish a relationship. Selena said the girls had to reach out to the dad to reestablish a relationship, and if they didn't, then they wouldn't have had no relationship with their dad. JJ is a stubborn old man. All kids got to reach out to their parents to reestablish a relationship, or they're not going to reestablish a relationship. And if they care to reestablish a relationship, they will reach out to their parents to reestablish a relationship. If they don't care to reestablish a relationship, then they won't be reaching out to their parents to reestablish a relationship. But it's always on the kids. Point blank, period. I'm quite sure, Selena, if you had a problem with your daddy, you would have to reach out with to your daddy too. There are very few men that can come to the terms and reach out to their kids. Okay? Willie may be one of them, but Willie is not going to be a messed up daddy. So so we won't have to worry about that, okay? But like I said, so Selena, get over it. All kids got to reach out to their parents if they want a relationship. If they don't want a relationship, then they don't have the relationship. That's their business. But if they want a relationship, they're gonna have to reach out to their parent. That's just all it is. So Selena, JJ tells his daughters that he wants Selena to marry a nice man who gonna spoil her. I don't know why a man got to be the end all to be all. Maybe he can she just have a nice life without a man? I guess not. Anyway, so Carlos again then goes to Glenn saying you have officially ended your job. So we don't know if he quit, if he was terminated, or if he was laid off. But I think the second one. But the case may be he is ended his job because he ain't say quit and he ain't say get fired. He said end it. Okay, so we don't know what it could have been if he quit, if he got terminated, if he got laid off, whatever the case may be. He not there no more. He said he got a box truck and so he making deliveries. Then Letitia butted in the whole conversation talking about, yeah, this is Pearson and Pearson Logistics. And then they talk about her breast cancer scare. Anyway, I don't believe that breast cancer scare. Okay. I think what it was is I don't even know if it was any of the parts of the truth because some people just
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Why the fuck?
because
Why the fuck you always lying?
I love it. I love it. Anyway, but yeah, Letitia is known to lie. So even if she did have a biopsy or a breast exam or whatever, it was probably a lymph node that probably went down. Okay. That because she said when they went to do the biopsy, they couldn't find anything. Yeah, probably because it was a lymph node. Anyway, moving on. So then, Glenn, apparently thought that Megan Good was in his DMs.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
Well, it was a catfish. Okay. So Sophia, she said, "Yep. Well, you can't cheat with that one." Yeah, you can't cheat with that one. Then of course, Letitia was like, "I heard your husband got out the country to cheat," and so Sophia was like, "Yeah, let my man cheat in peace. Don't worry about my man, okay?" So Carlos asked Aikisha what happened in the finale, and so Aikisha was like, I don't have any issues with Latrice. But what I will not tolerate is disrespecting my husband. Willie comes to Mississippi for me because of me. And she said, so you're not going to come for my husband. And I agree with that. Okay, I agree with that. And I ain't too far from Jackson. We can. Oh, you got cousins here. Yeah, we take care of some stuff. Okay. Okay. So then Big Shirley, Big Shirley, Latrice, not Latrice, that little tink. Big Shirley, Letitia chimes in and said, "Well, what we have a problem with," it said, where you don't give a fuck." And so Aikisha was like, "Girl, stop coming for me." She said, "Because you can't compete with when you don't compare." So Lakeisha, what's that child name? I done made up a whole new name, Lakeisha. That is not her name. Letitia got mad. And so she was just like, Aikisha was like, make sure your husband get this business off the ground so he can support your household. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. So Marie on the end of the couch talking, oh, this too much. Korean timbre on the couch. And the couch, they cracking up, okay? They cracking up. So Aikisha said, what hurt me is when Glenn told Cliff that that man is competing with you. You got this hot young wife, and he got Aikisha. So, my first question is, Glenn, why you ain't comparing your wife to Aikisha? Hmm? 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 How come you ain't comparing your wife to Aikisha, huh? You know, that's the first and foremost, okay? Second of all, Cliff has a hot young wife, okay? That's fine. And he got Aikisha, and Willie got Aikisha. But the thing of the matter is, and I said this on my last review, Willie can have a million Latrices, her mama, and her greasy grandmama. He could have he could have your wife, Cliff, if he really wanted to. Okay. 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 So that's the point. That's the point of the matter. Okay. He is the ex NFL player. He could have everybody. Latrice. Okay. Her cousins. Her mama, her family members. Becky's. Okay. Maria's. Everybody. He could have everybody if he wanted to. Okay. But what Cliff can't have is a woman like Aikisha. Okay. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Okay. Anyway, so Glenn was like, well, I called you. And then Aikisha was like, well, what is that supposed to mean? And so he was like, ain't no ugly females on this stage or whatever. Whatever the case may be. And I hate when men call women females. Anyway. But Willie's face was over it, and he looked like he want to slap the shit out of Glenn. But he was holding it. His face was over it. Like I'm done. I'm done. He had his face. The face was the same as Will. Right. Okay. Whatever. So Carlos asked Latrice, little Tink, about her cousin's phone. She break down, and I feel bad, for I send my condolences out to her and her family. But she sent a Aikisha message, but then like the message came with like a little threat. Okay. Then she called her an antique face bitch, and you sucked off an NFL player.
And spit on that name.
You know, you call, I was just like, okay, Latrice, you what? And the point of the matter is that the phone was tracked to a house down the street from Aikisha. It wasn't Aikisha's house. And if you could still track it, why don't you go look for it? Why are you keep bothering Aikisha like she got the phone? Apparently her niece threw the phone out the window. So it is in her neighborhood, and if you can track it, why don't you track it and knock on the person's house who is closest to the tracker and say, do you have my cousin's phone? What does Aikisha have to do with any of this? I don't understand that either. I don't understand. If you could track it, go get it. Cause nobody can use it. So if you could track it, go get it. What's the problem? It's 3 months later. If you still can track it, go find it. You should have found it in the first place. Oh, Jesus, have mercy on my soul. What you can't do is go threaten the lady and talk about her husband and how she sucked off an NFL player. Y'all think you want to suck off an NFL player too, ma'am, ma'am, ma'am? Okay. What you should do is try to hook up with some of Willie's friends. That's what you should have been doing, ma'am. Okay. So Carlos asked Latrice and Letitia should what's her name? Aikisha be part of Belle Collective. And I ain't going through this because she ain't even part of Belle Collective anymore. Okay, whatever. Because Big Shirley said that she only comes for filming. And then she pushes her own agenda. And everybody pushes her own agenda on Belle Collective. And any other reality show. Get the fuck out of here. So then, Big Shirley was like, you measure by material things. You measure by material things too, baby. Okay. Okay. But your husband can't provide you with material things, and Aikisha's husband can. Point blank. Okay. Anyway, Aikisha said your husband embarrassed you on national TV about cheating in a paternity test. Marie and Tambra at the end of the couch just still be like, oh, they were like, Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Carlos takes a poll. I don't care because she ain't on the show no more. But then Carlos goes with Marie and Latrice. They said they don't want argument no more because life is short and things like that. So Carlos get him to hug it out, and then he bring out a little burger that just like Marie's burger that she had in New Orleans. That was stupid. Okay. So they said, what's going on for the rest of these ladies? Sophia said she's getting a broker license. Oh, she got a broker license, and now they're going to make some low income housing for the Jackson or whatever. Good for her. Her and JJ trying to get some low income housing. Good for her. Aikisha's writing, her and her husband writing a book. Marie expanding her health care. Chamber's making some kind of detox tea for, weight loss. Selena's making her clothing line with her 2 daughters. Big Shirley want a warehouse and distribution. Latrice trying to make Taste 2.0 or whatever. And Selena get her bail. That was it. Okay. Give me a thumbs up. Like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.